Capricorn. This will be a read for March 2025 for anyone with Capricorn prominent in their astrological chart. We'll be looking at a couple of oracle cards to get a general flavour of the read, and then I'll be using the Wild Reflections Tarot deck to have a look at your your recent past, current energies, and potential outcome. Now, March is looking like it's going to be a pretty massive and transformative month, not just at the collective level, but with each sign I've been doing, we've been getting a lot of messages of transformation and change at quite a high level. So let's see what the cards have for you, Capricorn, for March 2025. We'll start with the Enchanted Forest Oracle. And we have Whispering Ferns. So pretty. Trust your intuition to guide you on your path. Perfect. That seems like the perfect message for March. It's going to be quite an intense month, and everything I've been getting so far is about going within and trusting your intuition. Oh, we have Community. The Bee. This is from our Spirit Animals Oracle card deck. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the Queen of Abundance. Wow, amazing. Trusting your intuition. Powerful creator. Really special. Let's see what the tarot has to say and how these are influencing this message from the tarot. So in your recent past, wow, Capricorn, you've been experiencing some good stuff. You have the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Two aces from your recent past already. It's amazing. So because I'm reading for March, it's currently February 22, I believe, in Australia. So this energy could actually be what you're experiencing right now. This is a lot of new stuff already coming in here. And with this Hierophant, it's a spiritual connection that you're making. The Hierophant is more about the traditional path, possibly something that because this is new energy coming in, I feel like you're going back to possibly something that you had tried or experienced in the past that you knew worked for you, but had possibly neglected. Maybe you've started a new meditation practice. Maybe you're going back to church again. Maybe you're in a spiritual meetup online or in person. But whatever this new endeavor is, it's a sort of tried and true endeavor, and it's opening your heart. I mean, in this deck, the cups are obviously represented by shells, and our swords are represented by the bows and arrows. This is opening your heart. It's revealing this pearl within, and it's tapping into this crown chakra. The reason I love the Ace of Swords, the reason I say it's tapping into your crown chakra, in this one it's obviously piercing the clouds. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, the sword is actually piercing a crown. It's very much about piercing that crown chakra, accessing higher intuition. And with this Hierophant, this is really a spiritual download that I feel that you're getting, and it's really opening your heart, perfectly matched with that Whispering Ferns energy. That is just the recent past, though. So let's see what we have for our current energies. Oh dear. Wow, okay. Heart of your spread. You have the Knight of Cups. This is all your wishes coming true. But you do have the Three of Swords on the one side and the Knight of Swords on the other. Interesting energies. So obviously the Three of Swords is some kind of heartbreak. Let me just tap into this. Okay, what I'm feeling is this spiritual path that you're on, it is opening you up, and it's actually going quite deep. With this sword energy, as I said, it's opening up not only this heart space, but this higher intuition and higher mind energy. And it's spiritual awakening is a quite it's hugely transformative energy, which is exactly what I was saying March is all about. And it's not always, I mean, it's often depicted as being all love and light and people meditating on a mountaintop, all peaceful and happy, but truthfully, it pierces to the heart of everything about you that you think you know. And it can uncover a lot of old heartache, heartbreak, traumas, grief. It can be a quite difficult time when you're really tapping into old energies that need to be open, need to be exposed. And you are opening your heart, you're piercing it with these swords. So it's not a comfortable experience, but I feel like this is something that you're wanting. Whoever I'm talking to, this is you. You're calling this in. You are a powerful creator. This is something that you're stepping into willingly. This is not like a tower moment. This is not something that's coming at you from something outside. You are moving yourself through this in quite a conscious way. I'm not saying anything about you dedicating every moment of your life to this. I'm not seeing you as someone who's going up to a mountaintop and finding a guru and sitting in meditation 10 hours a day. But whatever you're doing, you're taking these steps towards this spiritual awakening, this path of spiritual unfoldment. You are doing it willingly. It's something that you really, really want. And this Knight of Swords, you're hitting it head on and things are coming in fast. These swords are fast moving energies, and he's the fastest card in the tarot. He doesn't, it's not quite as fast looking as it is in, say, the Rider-Waite Tarot, but the difference is that he's coming straight for us. So like I said, you're hitting this head on. You're not cowering. She looks like she's cowering, but it's just that sort of overwhelm. Like I said, it can be an overwhelming energy, but you are diving straight into it. This is really profound, and I'm like really excited and impressed by you for doing this. It's such a it's a rare journey to take. So yeah, whoever tunes into this reading, and look, it may be known, it may be one or two people. So I'm brand new to YouTube. So whoever is tapping into this, wow, okay. Whoever's tuning into this is meant for you to see, because this journey is not a common one. It's very, very rare for people to willingly step into this spiritual activation and open themselves up to their old hurts and plow into it headlong. But you are really genuinely wanting this, which is why you're going to be successful. I mean, this is your outcome. This is so profound, and I'm so excited for you. It's the change that's happening for you, this transformation. As I said, it's already happened. You've already instigated it. So it's unfolding, and it's leading to this incredible outcome. You have the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and the High Priestess. She's my favorite card in this deck, I think. Closely followed by the King of Swords. And then let's just start with this King of Wands, because in this deck, this King of Wands is very much the Emperor energy. The Emperor is a whole different flavor, and if he comes out, I'll explain that a little bit more. But in this deck, he is the only king who actually sits in a throne, as opposed to the Rider-Waite Tarot and a lot of other tarot decks where they're all in thrones. Additionally, he has this map of the world behind him. The Emperor is the master of the world. He's the ruler of the world. He's that sovereign leader. That energy is pretty much taken up by the King of Wands in this deck. So he as well as embodying the King of Wands energy, which is charismatic and confident and embodying all those leadership qualities, he's the ruler of his world. You have the King of Wands and the King of Swords, and I love this King of Swords because he's a First Nations man. Obviously, he's, I don't know, Native American, Native Canadian. Sorry, I bumped my camera. he's not only embodying the sword's energy, which is about that mind, the higher mind. Remember I said this is about tapping into that higher energy. That he's basically carrying the Ace of Swords with him. He's got that arrow and the bow and arrow with him, or quiver of arrows. But he's also very grounded. He's connected to the high spirit, to the great spirit. He's very grounded, but he's also got the one's energy because he's action orientated. He's pointing the direction. He's got his spirit friend, his spirit guide eagle on his arm. And I mean, this energy is so profound. This is like tapping into your higher energy, your higher mind, connecting with that higher wisdom and the truth, that sword of truth energy, and putting it into action, stepping into, he's pointing the direction to this King of Wands. So he's bringing that high energy and pointing it towards this leadership quality of the King of Wands. And then you have this High Priestess. I mean, she's just the coolest ever, right? She's just so tapped into her intuition. She's not only so open and receptive to these spiritual energies, but she's bringing it in through this beautiful feminine energy, this sort of grounded feminine energy. These, by the way, these staircases, these are staircases to other realms, to higher states of being. I love the High Priestess energy. This whole read is incredibly exciting, and you are the creator. You're bringing this in. You're making this happen, and you are the Queen of Abundance. So you've got all the abundance coming through, spiritual energy, heart energy. You don't have a lot of, you don't have any pentacles here, so there's nothing grounding you right now. So let's see what comes through with the clarifiers to see if we can, see if there's any messages, any advice, anything else that you need to know around this, and we'll hopefully find some pentacles just to keep you a bit more grounded. I mean, like I said, you've got a bit of that grounding energy, particularly with that King of Swords, but he's very, very high. Even though he feels quite grounded, he's still very high. So we'd like something to keep you a little bit more grounded while you're going through this. Just pull a few clarifiers for the first row. We have the Ten of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Wow, you've got the 10, the Page, and the King of Wands so far. So, and you do have the Pentacles. Now, this is the recent past. I feel like, as I said, some of this is about advice. Some of it is just about seeing what's around this story. What I'm getting from this is that there's been, or you're coming up to, this is the Harvest card, so this Ten of Wands, you're coming up to the end of a cycle, basically. Something that you've been working on is concluding. There's it's the end of the harvest, so there's kind of rewards at the end of this. It's a different flavour to the traditional Ten of Wands card. So whatever you're moving through with this spiritual path, around this you've got something. I'm actually feeling this is more connected to your world outside of this spiritual path, because all three of these cards, we've finally, as I said, we finally got this Pentacles, and we have these Wands which are action orientated. We have an ending and we have something new that's beginning, and I feel like this Page of Wands is pointing to this new pathway that you've got going up here. This is sort of giving me the flavour of how you got to where you are in that top row. This Four of Pentacles can be about there might have been a little bit of resistance, a bit of holding on to old comforts, security. It's like a security blanket kind of thing. I get the sense that this closing off of this cycle, or moving away, finishing things up, is it was something you knew you had been working on it for a while. It's something familiar, it's comforting, and it's hard to let all of that go, but you were very determined to take this step and go on this new adventure. This is all about starting a new adventure, the Page of Wands. And it's coming like a gift is how it feels. I mean, it is a gift with the Page of Wands, but also with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So you're ending something, you've probably had a few moments of wanting to hold on to those creature comforts or whatever security blanket you have, but you're determined to make this happen and you're stepping into that new adventure. Let's pull for this middle row. I think I will go back if I have to. Actually, before I do that, I would like to have a look at this Hierophant. I just want to see if there's anything more that needs to come in for that Hierophant. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. I said we needed some grounding. You've definitely got grounding, so I don't need to worry about that. This is, yeah, you've looked at where you've been going and what you've been harvesting, what you've been creating, like the Ten of Wands. You started nurturing something, which is this new spiritual awakening, but you didn't go into it blind, or you didn't rush headlong into it. This is something you took your time with, and our Knight of Pentacles is all about, it's slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. He's made a map to guide him directly to this sunflower, which of course is the pentacle in this deck. So you're fine. You have done the work you need. You know your path, and you do have your feet on the ground. You've just got all of this magic energy in that's taking you really, really high. Yep, I don't need to pull any more clarifiers on that. I needed pentacles and you got 4 of them. It's pretty awesome. Okay, let's have a look at this middle row. 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Okay, you had a Tower moment. Right, this is really interesting. What I'm feeling here is actually this is much more connected to this 3 of Swords. I had it in my head as I was pulling the cards that this was the main card I wanted to think about for this row, and I feel like that's what this is showing me. What I'm getting the sense of is with this recent past, you were going really well, you're flying high, everything was brilliant and wonderful, celebration, you stepped through that 1111 gateway, everything was opening up. This is like a union, so it's like reuniting with yourself, with your higher self. This is bringing in all your wishes coming true, and then you hit this Tower and obviously had this 3 of Swords reaction to it. This Tower is normally an external factor, something that comes in and really knocks you off your feet. It's an unexpected external shake-up, a massive change within you and around you. What I'm feeling for this read, because it's such an internal read, this is the most internal read I've done for March for any sign so far. What I'm feeling is this Tower, it almost feels, it's almost giving me the sense that it might feel for you like it's come out of nowhere and come out of something outside of you. But this is very much feeling for me like this is an internal Tower moment. This is these swords suddenly piercing your heart and you feeling like everything's sort of fallen apart after such highs and everything going so well. This is like, yeah, you hit really hard, but you needed this energy because that's the thing about the Tower. It only comes in when it's needed. It's a much needed shift. It's a much needed change, because the 3 of Cups and 4 of Wands, they're fabulous, wonderful cards, but they're only minor arcana. They're not court cards. They're not major arcana. They're progress that you're making on your journey, but in order to keep progressing, which is obviously what you want to do with that 9 of Cups, you needed this Tower to shift you to the next level. And based on your outcome, and even the 9 of Cups and Knight of Swords immediately after that 3 of Swords, I feel like you're aware of this. You know when this tower hits, if it hasn't hit already, when it hits, I feel like you've gone far enough on your journey and you're aware enough, you've done all your research, you've made enough plans to know what happens on this spiritual journey. So I feel when this tower hits, you're going to understand what it means, and you will be able to process this grief and move through it in the best way possible, because this is the only card out of all of the cards we've got. This is the only card that's that real challenge element, has that challenge element to it. So it's surrounded by really, really positive cards. So you're not going to be there for very long, but it's a very, very important part of your journey. This tower wouldn't have appeared here if it wasn't important. It's, as I said, it's a needed, necessary shift for you. So, and like I said, you're pretty aware of this, so I think you're going to be fine. Now, moving down, I want to have a look at these kings before we have a look at the collective energy for the outcome. We have the Eight of Swords, the Fool, and the Empress. Now, remember I said this King of Wands is very much Emperor energy. That would kind of make the Empress a little bit of that partnership, but this is just a bit of the journey. You know, this is your brand new adventure. This is the adventure that you've stepped on. What I'm getting, because this is an outcome and you've already been on this other adventure, this Fool is letting you know that this part of your story is a new adventure. Again, this is another shift, and because we've got the King of Wands, who's the ruler of the world, I feel like this is bringing in something brand new into the world. So this is where you're moving from this very internal energy, and you're actually bringing this intuition and this higher wisdom into the world. You're birthing it into the world. It's a whole new adventure. It's starting something new, even as you're moving through your spiritual journey. Now, we do need to look at this the Eight of Swords. This, what I'm sensing from this is that, and again, I feel like it's not going to last very long. Coming under this Three of Swords, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of hesitancy about what this adventure is, and this King of Wands. It's almost like I get the feeling of like, I don't want to be a leader. I don't, this is not what I signed up for. This is not something I understand, not something I know. I'm happy doing my own internal work and treading my own path. I don't need all of this around me. And so there's this part of you that's keeping yourself locked in place, keeping yourself a little small. This energy is saying it's time for you to step out. It's time for you to take that chance. Open yourself up to this new adventure and trust your intuition to guide your path. And yeah, look, you have community. You may not want to step out into the community and be a part of the community, let alone be a leader within that community. But this reading is saying it's kind of time. And if you do go in and trust your intuition, you'll probably find that this Fool energy and this Empress energy is waiting. It's all waiting to be birthed. You're bringing something new in, and you're waiting to step out as the king and as this high priestess. People are going to need people like you who have tapped into their higher wisdom and can see through their own stuff to something that's higher and clearer. They have this clarity. They can point the direction, not only for themselves, but for others. And we're going to need that as we go forward with the world doing what it's doing. So I'm going to pull, it's sort of for the High Priestess, but it's kind of generally for this whole bottom row. So we have the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So we've got another Page of Pentacles. This is a really beautiful grounding energy. This is someone who's planted a seed and is willing to just lie on the grass and watch it grow. This is, again, this sort of patient, willing to wait kind of energy. Now, I'm interested in this Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. This is a little bit of, like, you're taking some time out. Obviously, you're giving yourself moments of rest and contemplation. The Five of Swords is, I feel like I'm going to pull some more cards on this just to actually clarify the clarifying card, because I sort of pulled on this bottom row, but primarily on this High Priestess. This is suggesting to me there's some kind of mental conflict going on, something about some kind of defeat, but there feels to be a little bit of, we've got two people in this, and because, as I said, this is quite an internal read, even though you've started moving out into the world here, you may get some external conflict with what you're doing. There may be some people who want to challenge you because you are stepping out into a different role. But I'm also feeling like you probably haven't reached the death of the ego at this stage. We haven't got, say, the Ten of Swords. We haven't got the Death card. You know, there's no dramatic ending. We had the Tower, obviously, but that's one part of the journey. So there may, we haven't had that, as I said, the death of the ego yet. So there may be that kind of voice in your head that you're trying to battle with. But what's really beautiful is to have this Page of Pentacles after that's keeping you grounded and it's reminding you, and this is something that I feel you're aware of, this is reminding you that you've planted the seed, you just need to allow it to grow. So it's about being patient. And I feel you've got that. You've got the patience on either side. You've got the Four of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So like I said, I'm just going to pull. So it's going to be a long read, Capricorn, because this is this is just a really powerful read. Let me have a look at this Five of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the World, wow, and the Page of Swords. Yeah, you're not going to have any problems with this. Whatever this conflict is, whether it is internal or external, you are owning your independence, you're owning your newfound freedom and loving life. This is a lot of joyful energy. Your world is changing. This is another end of a cycle, but at the highest level. This is the final card of the Tarot, final card of the Major Arcana, final card of the Tarot. It's a dramatic ending. It's taking the time to enjoy it too, with this particular world, because it's like she's dancing, but she's taken this pause to just be where she is, to be as she is. We had those two resting cards with the Four of Swords and the Page of Pentacles underneath. And at the world level, you've completed a cycle. You're taking the time to rest before you step into that new adventure. And with that Page of Swords, it's all about inspiration. Stepping into this new, this is coming out. I remember I pulled for the Five of Swords, so you had the two people in the Five of Swords. You're back to one again. This is like at a higher level. The Page is above the Five. This is reintegrating yourself, stepping into that higher mind energy, especially with that King of Swords. This is that claiming that independence of mind and that higher wisdom. And again, this is all about this High Priestess energy. This is such a beautiful read, Capricorn. I'm really excited for your spiritual journey. This is kind of the kind of read that I really, really love, because this is what I have been doing my whole life. I've been working towards my own reawakening and remembering of who and what I am. I'm just pulling from the Rider-Waite Tarot for some final messages from the cards, and the Two of Pentacles decided to pop out. Wow, so we've got the King of Wands, King of Swords, and now the King of Cups. Interesting. Five of Pentacles. This is very much reminding you, if you ever feel left out of the cold, to go within, tapping into that intuition. I'm just going to pull three more cards. I just want to see what's coming? We've got the death of the ego. And we have this Five of Swords again. This is what I needed. I needed this clarity that this Five of Swords was very much about the death of this ego, that you've got those they're like mental demons, it's just the voices in your head that sometimes tell you it's not worth it, or you're not worth it, or it's too much, or it's too hard, or all of those silly voices that we have. But this is very much about the death of the ego. If we go back up here, this Two of Pentacles, this is about weighing your options, and I'm trying to figure out what this is. This feels... Okay, so what sometimes happens when I draw the Rider-Waite Tarot, it gives me an overview of the whole read. It gives me kind of the story of the whole read. What I'm feeling is this was kind of back here. This was where you were weighing up your options about what was going on in your world and whether you wanted to continue on or step into this spiritual path. And obviously you move into the spiritual path because it's a great love. It's what you really want. This Five of Pentacles is really interesting. This feels like it's reflecting this Three of Swords energy, of feeling like you've done all this work, but you're just being left out in the cold and you're not quite sure how you're going to make it through. These pentacles are on the church window, which is indicating that all your safety, all your warmth and comfort and security is inside. So it's very much about going within. Six of Pentacles, I'm feeling this is the blessings that you're receiving from the universe, a bit like the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, only this is further down the read. But you do have support from above, and especially while you're going through this challenging period. I haven't done this before, but I'm going to pull 3 more cards just to get that final read. This is wow. Okay, yeah, we have another Four of Wands. Sorry, oh no, this is the Three of Wands. Sorry, it popped out and I didn't have a good look at it. So this is on the threshold of something brand new. Ships coming in, starting this new adventure, but just taking the time to view. Oh, okay, a lot of that mental energy. End of a cycle. Look, these are really interesting. I feel like these Rider-Waite Tarot cards are showing you've got this incredible story playing out with the Wild Reflections Tarot. I feel like the Rider-Waite Tarot is showing you the challenges that you're going to encounter along the way, but you've still got positive cards amongst them, and you've still got clarity from all the other aspects of the read. You are going to experience challenges. You've got this mental anguish. This is, you're on the threshold of something new, and it can be very overwhelming. This spiritual journey can be very overwhelming, which we talked about with that Three of Swords. But this is very much saying, don't give up. Just keep going, because he's carrying his burdens. He can't see where he's going, but his home is right there. He's so close. So Capricorn, keep going, because you are so close, and you will be bringing in this beautiful energy of the King of Swords, the High Priestess, and we are going to need leaders like you as we move forward. So I am very, very excited for you, Capricorn. This is a big adventure, and I wish you all the best for March. Thanks, Capricorn.